Hi, my name's CEASER. I'm a landscape photographer based out of my gallery here in York. I'm also an ambassador for the Canson Infinity fine art range of papers. Today I'd like to introduce you to this new exciting product that they've released. It is called Baryta Photographique 2 Matte. This is the sister product of the popular glossy Baryta Photographique 2. So as such, it's made the same way in the sense that it's an alpha cellulose product. So it's got a nice feel. It's a traditional feel. It's 310 grams square meter, so it's got a good weight. So it's going to hang well, it's easy to work with. If you're going to be displaying your work, either mounted or framed at exhibitions, then this paper should work really well. Slightly warm in tone, like most of the papers are. So it's not one of the ultra bright white papers, which is fantastic for me. I mean, it's still, I'm going to show you some, obviously in my mitts here I have a black and white image. But I'm going to show you some colour and black and white images that I've made as test prints in a second or two. The main thing I'd like to tell you about this paper, the thing that really makes it stand out and gives it a unique characteristic, is the smoothness of it. This is what I would call an ultra smooth paper. It's so smooth. There's absolutely nothing on this paper. There's no stippling, no texture. It's just really, really smooth. So two benefits I can think of that spring to mind immediately with this type of paper. One, because it's matte, there are no reflections at all from any of these bright lights in my gallery. Secondly, because it's so smooth, all that detail that you've captured in your image is going to jump out at the viewer on this paper. So it's a really nice paper. It's a good weight, it's got a great feel, it's got a great sort of level of whiteness, and it's incredibly smooth. So I'm going to show you some pictures that I've made and just have a quick chat about how I think the paper's worked with them. Okay, so here are 6 prints that I've made to give you an idea of how this paper's going to work. And I'd just like to have a chat about a couple of these images, if I can. So let's have a look at some of the colour stuff first of all. So here's a colour image. Now I'm hoping that you can pick out in here the level of detail. We've got some really fine grasses here with the poppies hidden in. The paper's really dealing with the detail exceptionally well. We've got some lovely tones as well in this image, soft tones. This image was captured just before the sun went down. So the paper with this lovely slightly warm tone is really doing a good job. Another image here, another colour image. You can see up in the sky there are some really nice sort of dark shadow areas in the top of the hill itself. So it's handling the shadows really well. But in the foreground, we've got really bags of detail coming out in these lovely bluebells, and we've got some lovely warm tones here in the center of the image as well. Another color one in this image, I feel as though the paper's handled the sort of shadow areas in this wall really nicely, and yet we've still got these lovely warm tones going on in the back of the picture. So it's handling color really nicely in my opinion. As far as monochrome goes, it doesn't miss out here either. So this is a standard monochrome image. So there are quite a few sort of mid-tones going on here, but it's handled this exceptionally well. This is a HDR image, but it's still full of detail. The paper's captured that detail and allowed me to get it down for the viewer to see. This picture's a little bit different. Sometimes I give things what I call a bronze cast. So this is one of those. And again here, so much detail going on. I'm not sure if you're picking it out on this video, but it's a beautiful image and the paper's done a good job of maintaining this sort of bronzed effect that I sometimes put into the monochrome work. And finally, this image, this is an image that I use for quite a bit of testing because it's a very good image at sort of testing out sort of the black capabilities because it's got such a high sort of tonal range in it. But the paper's handled it extremely well. One of the things that I like about this paper, although it's a barium sulfate coated paper, like I say, it's got this incredible sort of matte, smooth look. So it behaves almost like what I would call an uncoated paper, but obviously it's got the Baryta coating. So it's a matte Baryta paper, which is kind of a first for me to use. So all in all, the paper's done a really good job on my little test session, and it's a pleasure to use. Do check it out. Thank you.